This jury has shown that what the Me Too movement has saying is that women are worthy of being believed.
What's next for Bill Cosby after a jury found him guilty on all counts? We'll have the latest. Marla?
And if you think you've been paying a little more for gas this month than last month, well, you're not wrong. Gas prices are continuing to increase. What's the average price for the state? That's straight ahead.
And today, another edition of Tweet from the Beat with the Sarasota Police. This time, a little twist. We'll tell you all about it. We've got your first alert forecast and traffic. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Good morning, early risers. Friday, April 27th. Glad you're awake already. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. You are in store for a beautiful weekend. Right, John Scalzi?
Absolutely right. In fact, today's not going to be half bad either. You know, we have been talking about the possibility of a few showers around. Well, that possibility is becoming less and less for a number of thermodynamic reasons. Cooper, Central Sarasota, our youngest weather watcher, 66 degrees. Becky in Omayaka, also one of our longest time weather watchers, over 20 years with us on the morning show, 54 degrees. That's 10 degrees warmer than it was 24 hours ago for her. Take a look at the satellite view. It's really hard to pick out, but if you'll notice a thin line of clouds out in the Gulf waters, that's our cold front, and it's not much of one. That cold front will be arriving on our doorstep as we head into the afternoon hours, and it won't do much. It will perhaps kick up the wind speeds a little bit, but as far as our temperatures go, currently 70s along the coastline, upper 60s in inland areas. It may actually drop those temperatures tomorrow morning by around 4 or 5 degrees. That's about it. Otherwise, we'll stay about the same in the afternoons, coming in today around 79 degrees. We'll have the forecast for the weekend, which absolutely looks exquisite, coming up in just a few.
Very good. Talk to you soon. John checking the roads right now. First off, in Manatee County, no red so far on the roads. Just some warning spots on 301. Checking the upper half of Sarasota County. So far, so good. That'll change as the morning commute progresses, though. And then checking the final map to the south. A little red there at the very base of your screen, down there by the Northport, Port Charlotte area. Nothing major to speak of so far. Let's take a live look right now at Eastwood Park, where Arbor Day celebrations and a tree planting ceremony will take place. Hey, there's also a tree giveaway in Sarasota County at 3 spots today at the Sarasota County Extension on Clark Road and also the Northport and Englewood libraries.
All right, thanks, Ray. This morning, the man once known as America's Dad is now a convicted felon. Actor and comedian Bill Cosby found guilty on all three counts of indecent aggravated assault yesterday, then followed it up with an angry outburst right in the courtroom. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
Bill Cosby walked out of the courthouse Thursday afternoon a guilty man.
You're a pervert! Don't wait to us!
A very different scene for Andrea Constant, seen here with a huge smile, hugging supporters. Other Cosby accusers were coming out of court in tears.
This jury has shown that what the Me Too movement has saying is that women are worthy of being believed.
A jury of 12 deciding unanimously that the 80-year-old comedian drugged and sexually assaulted Constant at his Pennsylvania home in 2004.
She was that first courageous person that stood up in public to go to the authorities and say that Bill Cosby drugged and sexually assaulted her.
Finding him guilty on all 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault.
Oh my God, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Upon hearing the first guilty verdict, Cosby simply put his head down. Later, when the district attorney argued Cosby should not get bail because he could flee on his plane, Cosby lashed out, yelling, "He doesn't have a plane, you expletive." His lawyers say they will appeal.
We are very disappointed by the verdict. We don't think Mr. Cosby is guilty of anything, and the fight is not over.
But for now, the comedian once loved by so many as Dr. Huxtable, Fat Albert, and the face of Jell-O pudding, is a convicted felon. Cosby was released on bail and is now at home on house arrest, where he'll remain until his sentencing hearing, likely in 3 to 4 months. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Norristown, Pennsylvania.
Well, we're all feeling a little pain at the pump right now. Gas prices, of course, have been on the rise for a while, and they're only going to go up even higher just in time for summer travel.
Details on this now from Marla Spence, live from a local gas station in Sarasota. Marla?
Good morning, guys. If you think allergies are the only thing flaring up this spring, well, think again. So are the gas prices. If you've come out to a pump and you think you've been spending a little bit more this month than you did last month, you're not delusional. According to AAA, the average gas price for the state is $2.74. Last month, the average price for gas was $2.58, and the gas here at the Sunoco gas station on Tamiami Trail in Sarasota is $2.67. According to AAA, Florida has the highest gas price in the South. Just last week, President Donald Trump criticized the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries for going up on oil prices. Now, gas prices will continue to go up throughout the summer, and this is a time when more travelers will be on the road for summer travel. And sometimes this could lead to more scammers looking to get what's in your pocket through gas skimmers. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to be telling you what Sarasota police is doing to cut back on this. Reporting live in Sarasota, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thanks, Marla. A Sarasota child abuse case could be the trigger for changing a controversial law here in the state. Now, Having Kids, that's the name of the group, they want Governor Rick Scott to issue a new order to prevent convicted child abusers from reproducing while they're serving probation. Now, the group referenced a case here in Sarasota of a 4-year-old boy that was found severely abused and neglected, allegedly by this man, Shane Samuels. Now, the group Having Kids says an order like this would prevent the children who survive from a life in a failing state system.
You might think, well, this case isn't so bad. 156 children died from child abuse and neglect in Florida in 2017 alone. That's twice the national average. It's part of the reason that Florida is ranked 40th of all 50 states for child welfare.
The flip side to all of this, well, constitutional lawyer Andrea Mogan told us that this isn't the first time an attempt like this to change the law has been made. She says an order like this would be a direct infringement on basic human rights.
As Florida schools try to figure out increased security, a college in Lakeland already has a controversial school guardian program. In fact, 8 members of the faculty at Southeastern University spent months learning to shoot, fight, and stop an active shooter. They currently walk the Lakeland College's campus armed and undercover.
We don't believe in giving guns to teachers. We believe in asking people to say, would you be willing to be trained as law enforcement and serve in both capacities here on our campus?
I have no doubt that these guardians will save lives if called upon.
At least 2 Florida school districts have approved the Guardian program this week.
Looking for a few good men or women, Sarasota County Sheriff Tom Knight is still looking to hire 14 deputies to patrol 12 elementary schools as part of the School Resource Deputy Program. Now, those deputies will work about 10 months out of the year and reportedly make around $43,000 a year. Now, overall, that program will cost just over $1 million.
In other law enforcement news happening today, another edition of Tweet from the Beat with a twist, this time from Sarasota Police. This is a tweet from the boat. The Marine Patrol kicks off at 9 o'clock this morning. You can follow on Twitter. Their handle is Sarasota PD.
All right, good news for all you local golfers this morning. You can save some green on your green fees this summer. The Bobby Jones Golf Club is offering a special summer bargain. Now, starting this Tuesday, May 1st, golfers can sign up for the Summer Loyalty Club and pay a flat fee, so that allows you to play as often as you want all the way through October 31st. Now, the flat fee in that case is $295. That includes all your green fees at the city-owned course in Sarasota.
I've done that for many years.
It's good. It's like a lot of those things are having the trend nowadays is to pay one flat fee for something and then have unlimited use. So I like how it's kind of expanding to the world of sports and golf and
the hard part of that is there's a deal there. You pay a low price, and if you get rained out, you're stuck. There's no reimbursement, and it rains a lot in the summertime around here, as we all know.
I know nothing about that.
First alert traffic on the way.
And when it comes to ADHD in kids, it doesn't discriminate between boys and girls, but sometimes the symptoms in girls can get overlooked. We'll have more on why it happens next in Health Smart.
Here's a shot outside our window at the Rosemary District. Already a mild 73 degrees. As for the weekend forecast, here he is, folks, John Scalzi.
Yeah, you see a little bit of cloud cover out there caused by an front that's approaching, creating a little bit of lift, but I tell you, not enough to produce any rain showers. Checking out the school forecast for today, it looks good. Don't think you'll see any rain showers going to school or coming from. Pick-up temperature 71, a few clouds, but dry. Drop-off temperature 79. And mostly sunny, actually. A frontal boundary coming through this afternoon, but so what? 10 out of 10 chance of an outside recess. We'll have the forecast in a second.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh, yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Experience the Classical Music Celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
73-degree air temperature outside. We have a dew point value that comes in at 67, making it feel a little bit more humid. You'll probably notice it. As you head out the door, you'll probably notice that this morning is a lot more humid than it was 24 hours ago. And there's the reason why. The southwesterly wind flow. It doesn't take much. That little shift in the wind by 20 degrees or so can bring in enough humidity to make it feel a little bit uncomfortable to some folks particularly. Other people kind of like the humidity. That's why they moved to the moist coast. We're looking at 66 degrees in Mayaca City, Northport coming in at 68 in Lakewood Ranch. Temperatures along the coastline just a tad bit warmer because of that onshore wind flow, keeping it warmer there. 72 in Venice, 72 in Inglewood, 74 Longboat Key. So this represents this morning a temperature increase over 24 hours ago at this hour of anywhere from around 3 to 4 degrees in inland areas to as much as 7 degrees close to the coast. Warmer because the humidity is higher, and the humidity hangs on to nighttime heat and doesn't allow it to be released to space. Now, as we get some drier air in here over the next 24 hours, that heat will be more efficiently released to space, and so will cool a few degrees by tomorrow morning compared to where we are this morning. 9 a.m. temperature, 72, 78 degrees by 12 noon. Plenty of sunshine around all through the morning hours, mixed with a few fair weather clouds. By 3 p.m., I think we'll hit pretty close to the 80-degree mark. We'll have a slight chance of a shower, mostly in Gulf waters, mostly in inland areas, not a lot along the coast or near coastal areas. 75 degrees by 7 p.m. should be a beautiful sunset, actually. Maybe a few lingering clouds, but the frontal boundary will be moving through by that time. We have that southwesterly wind flow that'll continue on through the morning hours. Temperatures rising to near the 80-degree mark by lunchtime, and then we'll see a few of those showers out in the Gulf. Might see a few in inland areas as well, but they'll be few and far between. They won't be very heavy, and I'm really not expecting any appreciable rainfall with this frontal boundary. Winds start to shift, though, as we head into the afternoon. They'll be coming out of the northwest. That'll start the process of drawing down that drier air and make for a very comfortable, I think, weekend. Temperatures Friday night will probably drop into the 70s, and it'll be a beautiful evening tomorrow. Absolutely rain-free, I think, across most of the Florida peninsula. Water vapor imagery shows why we're not getting any rainfall with this frontal boundary. The air is way too dry. That's what this tan colorization is. Mid and upper levels way too dry. Plus, we've got some thermodynamics going on with the winds and the frontal boundary that aren't going to allow for it to provide the lift that would be necessary to produce much in the way of rain. So all of the showers that you see in that thin line forecast to kind of dampen out by most all computer models as that system sinks southward. On Sunday, a secondary front located to the north will come through. You'll hardly notice it. Winds might tick up just a little bit, but we're certainly not going to get any rain out of that one either. So mostly sunny, dry today, higher humidity, but then a wind shift brings in lower humidity, and sunny and dry this weekend. And in fact, we enter into a prolonged period of dry weather in the 7-day forecast. Look for winds to kind of pick up just a little bit, boaters northwest at about 10 to 15, light to a building moderate chop a little bit later on today with that frontal boundary coming through. Look for 79 today, tomorrow about 80, but plenty of sunshine, lower humidity, spectacular Saturday. Sunday looks good too, a little warmer. Then the warm up really starts as winds shift east. We see our temperatures each day next week climb into the mid 80s, maybe even some upper 80s by the end of next work week. Back to you.
Thanks, John. Let's take a look outside to your first alert traffic out there this morning. Let's start with Manatee County. As always, those bridges are starting to get a little bit busier as we head into the Bradenton area. Not too much else going on, though, in Manatee County. In Sarasota, starting to see some backups right there on University Parkway as well as Bee Ridge Road. But honestly, not too much to see. Your morning commute is pretty easy on this Friday morning so far. If you're heading a little bit farther south into the area, around the Venice area or maybe Port Charlotte or Punta Gorda in the next hour or so, those roads are all looking pretty decent, too. So your traffic is looking pretty good out there at 6:18 this morning. In this hour's Health Smart, when it comes to ADHD, it doesn't discriminate between young boys or young girls.
When it comes to girls, ADHD symptoms often are overlooked. Details from Kim Hutcherson in our Health Smart.
Hyperactivity, impulsivity, and inattention, the three main symptoms individuals with ADHD typically display. According to a clinical psychologist, boys are 3 times as likely to be diagnosed with ADHD in childhood as girls, but the rates in adults are about even. So why the disparity? ADHD can look different in girls and boys. For example, a hyperactive boy might have trouble sitting in a seat, and that may result in him being seen as unruly. A hyperactive girl, however, might take on the role of classroom helper, channeling the behavior into other activities. Because hyperactive and impulsive behaviors are more disruptive, teachers are more likely to notice boys as a problem. A few signs to look out for in young girls who may have ADHD. Their homework takes longer than it should. They may have weak reading comprehension. They struggle to make friends or read social cues. And they may start a project without finishing or following through. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
You know, this is relatively new. A lot of us growing up probably had it but didn't realize it.
Right. I was diagnosed with it in 6th grade and was on medication for it. I still have it now, and it still carries through, like at least in my case, into the adult years. A lot of adults that have it or had it as kids will still experience like focus issues and things like that. You kind of work around it as an adult.
Yeah, certainly do.
Something important to get ahead of as a child.
6:19 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Why one family is suing American Airlines for a wrongful death, the extreme onboard medical emergency that triggered it. We'll tell you that story next. Plus, Marla?
As gas prices continue to increase this spring and into the summer, when more travelers are on the roads, scammers will be looking to get what's in your pockets through gas skimmers. What police are doing to cut back on this is coming up at 6:30.
We are off to a mild start right now. 73 degrees already. Should see a high of 79 and mostly sunny conditions. 6:20 right now. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG, and Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $239 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good night. Be safe.
What are you doing? You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There's a peek outside our window. A beautiful day developing there.
It is gorgeous. A beautiful day is going to lead into a beautiful weekend, or exquisite, as our very own John Scalzi says.
Oh, did he say that?
That's right.
Nice.
He used the word exquisite.
Oh.
In consumer news, love your Amazon Prime membership? Well, you're going to pay a little more for it starting pretty soon. The company announced a $20 price increase in the annual price. It's going from $99 a year to now $119 a year. So why the increase? Well, CEO Jeff Bezos says that costs are rising on their end in areas like shipping and video streaming. The price change goes into effect on May the 11th. That's for new members. For returning members, you're going to see the price change beginning June 16th.
That's kind of brilliant, because I'm thinking, do I need to get in on this now, maybe before the price goes up?
Yes.
Or keep ignoring it?
Yes, you do. I get in on it now. Get in on it now.
Thanks for the tip.
Well, it was a medical emergency mid-flight. It left a South Carolina woman dead. Should that plane have been turned around? The family is now suing American Airlines.
ABC's David Curley has details of the lawsuit.
In this morning's First Look, her husband's military assignment ending in Hawaii, a photo the day before they headed home. But just 3 hours into the flight, Brittany Oswell was having trouble breathing and passed out.
The flight should have been diverted and landed.
But the flight wasn't diverted. Brittany regained consciousness but then worsened, a blood clot in her lungs leading to her death. The family is now suing American Airlines, claiming that medical equipment, a defibrillator and blood pressure cuff, did not work. But more importantly, they argue the jet, which passed over Los Angeles when she became ill, could have diverted to Albuquerque, New Mexico, rather than another 90 minutes in the air to Dallas. The family says a doctor on board asked the crew 3 times to divert. And we'll tell you what flight attendants say is their responsibility in the air coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm David Curley, ABC News, Washington.
With Roomba from iRobot, clean floors can be part of your family's everyday routine. Roomba's 2 unique multi-surface brushes grab and remove everything from fine dust to large debris and even pet hair. And Roomba uses a patented dirt detect system that attacks dirt in high-traffic areas of your home. So you can come home to clean floors every day. You and Roomba from iRobot. Better together.
What is love? Love is what inspires me. Love is everlasting. Love is everything. Love is a diamond. Each piece of my jewelry collection is designed with lovers in mind. The Vera Wang Love Collection at Zales, the diamond store.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin and relief from symptoms caused by over 200 allergens, like those from Buddy. Because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
The Spring Fever sales event is going on now at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota. Drive a new 2018 Corolla for only $79 per month, the all-new 2018 Camry for only $119 per month, and 2018 RAV4 for just $129 per month at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Holly Robinson Pete.
And I'm Rodney Pete. And after 16 years in the NFL, it came as no surprise that knee surgery might be in my future.
And when the doctor said Rodney needed to lose weight before surgery, we knew that Lipozene could help him lose 4 times more weight. It's America's #1 weight loss supplement.
I've already lost 30 pounds in 4 pant sizes. I didn't need a prescription or meal plan.
I've lost 10 pounds, I have more energy, more stamina.
We eat our favorite foods and still lose 4 times more weight.
I'm very impressed with Rodney's weight loss. His blood pressure and cholesterol have really improved. I recommend Lipozene because it's made from the rare konjac root, which contains glucomannan, a very safe and effective weight loss supplement.
Lipozene has no harmful side effects. No caffeine, no jitters, no counting calories.
No cleanses.
No starved diets.
No boot camps.
Nothing in your lifestyle needs to change. Just add Lipozene.
In a clinical study, people were not asked to change their lifestyle and simply add Lipozene. As a result, they lost not just twice the weight, not 3 times, but they lost 4 times more weight just by adding Lipozene. And 78% of that weight loss was fat, not water, but fat.
Rodney and I guarantee that you will lose weight or your money back.
Can we say that?
Yep, guaranteed, or your money back. So get Lipozene and lose 4 times more weight.
Now you can lose 4 times more weight. Just add Lipozene for only $29.95. Call right now and we'll double your order for free and ship it free too. And for a limited time, we'll double the size of each bottle for free. So now you have 4 times the Lipozene for just $29.95. Plus, you'll get Metabo Plus to help boost your energy and metabolism. But you must call. Call 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
We're just starting to develop this case right now, so really we don't have a person of interest right now.
A manhunt underway this morning after a Bradenton man was found dead on his front porch.
And a dubious record will tell you about a disturbing rise in the number of hit-and-run crashes nationwide. Marla?
And as gas prices continue to increase this spring and into the summer, when more travelers on the roads, scammers are looking to get what's in your pockets through gas skimmers. What can be done to combat this is straight ahead. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us right here on ABC 7. It is 6:30 on this Friday morning, April 27th. I'm Stephanie Webb.
And I'm Ray Collins. 73 degrees already. A mild start out there, John Scalzi.
Indeed it is. We have a little southerly component to the wind bringing in moisture, keeping our humidity higher. That allows for our nighttime temperatures to be warmer as well. Chance of rain today? That's it. That's our chance of rain. It's pretty negligible. It's a front. It's sinking south. It's not going to do much in our neck of the woods. We're going to stay fairly dry. In fact, for the prolonged period, we're going to stay dry. Our fire danger indexes are rising because of it, too. Titan radar quiet in our neck of the woods. Temperatures, as you said, are a little bit warmer. 73 Sarasota, 72 Venice, Inglewood the same. Longboat Key, it's 74 degrees right now. Inland temperatures away from that onshore flow from Gulf waters are a little bit warmer, cooler rather, 65 in Arcadia, 66 Mayaca, 64 Wauchula. I think we'll be cooler tomorrow, though, once that front moves through. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking the roads right now. The only thing we see right now in Manatee County, maybe State Road 70 eastbound as you leave 301 and head toward the interstate. Otherwise, relatively clear. That'll change as the morning commute progresses. Checking farther south now, the upper half of Sarasota County. Not too much there yet either. Usually Fridays are a little quieter than the other days. And then South County, one little blip there north of Venice by the bypass as you head toward Nokomis on US 41. Clear right now. In honor of Arbor Day, the city of Sarasota is having a tree planting ceremony today at Eastwood Park. This is a live shot on Beneva, just south of Fruitville. And the county is also giving away trees to Sarasota County property owners at the county extension on Clark Road and the Northport and Englewood libraries. New this morning, a new era for North and South Korea. The nation's two leaders shook hands and officially declared the end of the Korean War. Reporter John Lawrence has the story.
It's a Herculean, historic event. The leaders of North and South Korea met face to face.
I would like this to be an opportunity to look at the future and move forward holding hands.
The moment you crossed that demarcation line to Panmunjom, it became a symbol of peace, not a symbol of separation.
Their main goal, improving relations on the peninsula.
Clearly, both of these leaders do feel there is a special moment now and it will be very interesting to see what they come up with at the end of this.
South Korea is focused on denuclearization and bringing peace to the two Koreas.
The first meeting between Presidents Moon and Trump clearly spelled out the joint position on this, which was pressure and sanctions, but also dialogue towards a peaceful resolution. And that hasn't changed.
Some are skeptical about Pyongyang's plans, saying Kim Jong-un has never talked about getting rid of North Korea's nuclear capabilities.
What he said, that he would be committed to the teachings by his grandfather and father of denuclearization of Korean peninsula. There is a big difference between denuclearization of North Korea and denuclearization of Korean peninsula.
A few months ago, the U.S. and North Korea appeared to be on the brink of war. But now there's a chance President Trump will meet with Kim Jong-un later this year. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Now, Kim Jong-un is the first North Korean leader to set foot on the south side of the demarcation line since 1953.
And back here at home, gas prices are on the rise, and they're going to continue to go up throughout the summer, just in time for all those summer vacations.
It's also time for scammers as well at the gas pumps. Let's get details on all this from Marla Spence live in Sarasota. Marla?
Good morning, guys. Gas prices are continuing to increase, but that isn't stopping people from filling up their tanks. According to the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, summer and holiday periods are peak times when more skimmers are at gas pumps. So this is how you can avoid becoming a victim. First, make sure your gas dispenser cabinet is not tampered with and is closed. Oftentimes, there will be a sticker on it, so you can check that way. Also, make sure that you pump your gas closest to the front of the store. Oftentimes, thieves will place skimmers far from the front. And when it comes to using or paying, use a credit card instead of a debit card. Credit cards have a better fraud protection program, and the money will not be taken away immediately out of your account. And if you insist on using that debit card, make sure you run it as credit. And lastly, make sure you monitor your bank account. Now, each quarter, Sarasota police check gas stations all across the city to make sure scammers, or skimmers rather, are not at the pumps. They just did a check last month and there were no skimmers found in Sarasota. Reporting live in Sarasota, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thanks, Marla. Well, this morning, a manhunt is still underway after a Bradenton man was found dead on his front porch. It all happened yesterday at his home on 45th Street Court East in Bradenton. Deputies say a neighbor was driving to work when he noticed that 62-year-old Robert McCarthy's front door was open. He then stopped to take a look inside and found McCarthy dead. Deputies say there is obvious trauma to his body, ruling his death as a homicide.
Just starting to develop this case right now, so really we don't have a person of interest right now. We need anyone that may have seen something suspicious in this neighborhood early this morning to give us a call.
Now, deputies say that the community is not in any danger and that McCarthy appears to have been targeted.
Hundreds of Lakewood Ranch residents are trying to make one intersection safer. A petition is making the rounds to change the intersection of Balmoral Woods and Lakewood Ranch Boulevards. Residents say there have been many close calls in this area. They want either stop signs or a roundabout.
The issue is the problem that folks have in negotiating getting out onto Lakewood Ranch Boulevard, taking a left-hand turn, which has to encompass going a pretty good distance with 2 lanes of traffic coming both ways.
There's no question that additional signage always helps. We never want to go overboard. We do not want to take the driver's eyes away from the roadway, but the bottom line is additional signage is always good when it is in the appropriate place.
Residents will bring their petition to Manatee County Commissioners on May the 8th.
Well, hit-and-run crash deaths are on the rise, now at a record high. AAA reports that more than one hit-and-run crash happens every minute here in the U.S. In 2016 alone, hit-and-runs caused more than 2,000 deaths. Now, the majority of those killed were bicyclists or pedestrians. AAA is urging drivers, first, to stay alert, and 2, never leave a crash scene, which, of course, is illegal, regardless of who it was that caused that accident.
And traffic officials in the state are also going over improvement plans on a busy stretch of US 41 in Manatee County. FDOT wants to change US 41 from 69th to 63rd Avenue and also from 53rd to Cortez. The plans include adding a new sidewalk on both sides of US 41, as well as lighting and signal improvements.
An update now on the city of Sarasota's controversial Lift Station 87 project. The project manager warned neighbors that it was about to get loud, and he wasn't kidding. This week, construction crews started installing sheet piling at the site on Mound Street near 301 in Lukewood Park. Now, the city says that residents there can expect a little extra noise from that site. Work has been going on from 7 in the morning until 7 at night, off and on over the last 10 years. It's scheduled to finally be completed in the year 2020. That project team has installed a vibration monitor. So if monitors detect excessive vibrations, the contractor says they're going to modify the construction approach. They expect the extra noise to last maybe for probably the next 2 months.
On a lighter note, college students are in for some summer fun and some savings at Adventure Island in Tampa. They're offering a $25 entrance fee. The theme park is giving students with a valid ID 50% off. Adventure Island is a 30-acre water park, and the discount is available for purchase until the end of May. I used to live right near there and practically walk over when I was younger.
It's Adventure Island, good place for the summer.
Yeah, it is.
All right, still to come on Good Morning Suncoast, we have your latest and first alert weather and traffic. traffic. Plus,
well, what do you know? Former NBC nightly news anchor Tom Brokaw, the latest to deny allegations of sexual harassment. That story coming up next. First, here's a peek outside our window. Nice day out there developing.
it is beautiful. And as our own John Scalzi says, it is going to be, quote, exquisite this weekend. John Scalzi?
Yes, it absolutely is. We'll be looking at, well, the cloud cover that you see now giving way to a lot of sunshine this weekend. That because a cold front is sinking southward. Beach forecast looks like this. We'll have a beautiful afternoon with a UV index that will be high, coming in at about a 10 or so. Sunny skies, maybe an isolated shower out in the Gulf waters, but not much close to the land. Any chance of thunderstorms located on the other coast and to the south, according to the Storm Prediction Center. And the fire danger index, because of the drier weather through the weekend, is on the rise. In Charlotte County, it's now very high. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the spring sales event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
Experience the Classical Music Celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
Hey kids, come learn baseball from the pros. The Bradenton Marauders are hosting baseball camp on June 5th, 6th, and 7th at Lecom Park. Boys and girls ages 6 to 14 will learn the fundamentals of hitting, pitching, and fielding from Marauders coaches and players at Lecom Park. Your camp fee includes a t-shirt, lunch daily, and one ticket to the Marauders games on these nights. To sign up, go to BradentonMarauders.com by May 14th. Sponsored by ABC7, your Suncoast News.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Our morning weather is driven almost exclusively by the southerly component in this west-southwest wind. With that southerly component, it's drawing in the moisture, it's bringing us the humidity necessary to retain nighttime temperatures, and so we're at 73 degrees right now. And it feels a little bit stickier out there than it has over the last several mornings. Little bit of cloud cover, fair weather clouds, nothing that's producing any rainfall. 64 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca coming in at 66, Those Parish, Bradenton at 67, 68, Lakewood Ranch. And then you get closer to the coastline where that onshore wind flow is really making itself felt. 72 degrees in Venice, Inglewood, Longboat Key coming in at 74, and as I mentioned, Sarasota at 73. As we head into the next 24 hours, I think we'll see the temperatures drop, but this morning they're running anywhere from 6 to 7 degrees above where we were 24 hours ago right along the coastline. Inland, the effect is not quite as great, but we're still running anywhere from 3 to 5 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. So a warm, kind of humid start to the morning will give way to a very pleasant lower humidity evening. That's because the cold front will be moving through. 72 by 9 by noon, 78. And then by about 3 p.m. as that front moves through, we'll factor in a 10% chance of showers. That's it. 10%. Nothing more than that. And most of that shower activity, I have the highest confidence that we'll see it in Gulf waters and well inland. Most of us are not going to see any rainfall at all today. And then as we head into the evening hours, the winds start to shift out of the northwest, some drier air moves in, and it's going to feel very nice indeed, I think, as we head into the evening hours. Futurecast shows hour by hour southwest wind flow continues. Maybe a spot or two of rainfall in inland areas and in Gulf waters by 1 or 2 o'clock, and then everything just goes away as the front sinks south. Winds start to shift, drier air moves in, and we're left with an absolutely beautiful evening. Overnight, as the winds continue to come out of the northwest over the weekend, the entire peninsula stays dry. Drier air aloft, signaled here by the water vapor imagery's tan colorization, is an indication that the air is just too dry to wring out any showers as this front sinks southward. That's why we're not seeing rainfall with this front. If we had more moisture around, we might see a few more showers. But in any event, we won't. The front sinks south. Front number 2 comes our way on Sunday. That could draw down some slightly drier air as well, but you'll hardly notice it coming through. You certainly won't see any rainfall from it on Sunday. Mostly sunny, dry today, higher humidity, but with that wind shift as our front moves through, we'll see that drier air kind of filter in this evening, and then it'll be sunny and dry this weekend with that lower relative humidity air, making it feel just very, very comfortable. Enjoy it. I hope you do, because that's going to be changing, that low humidity, as we head into next work week. We'll get the humidity back, and we'll also raise the temperatures. Southwest wind shifting to northwest as the front moves through this afternoon, coming in at about 10 to 15 knots, increasing probably to southwest at 15 during the overnight, boaters, so don't be caught by surprise there. We'll have generally 2 to 3 foot seas, but a light chop increasing to moderate chop. And the forecast looks like this. Today, 79, that slightest little chance of a shower. A lot of sunshine tomorrow, lower relative humidity, exquisite day, 80 the temperature, 82 as we head into Sunday. And then we start to warm things up. Next work week, we're in the mid-80s, and certainly by midweek next week, a lot more humid. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look outside to your first alert traffic. It is also exquisite, just like the weather. Not too much to see at this point. Some usual slowdowns through 1 and State Road 70. But other than that, Manatee County actually looks pretty good at this hour in terms of traffic. In Sarasota County, the usual hot spots right there. University Parkway as you're coming off of 75. Fruitville as you're coming off of 75 again. That's about it, though, in those areas. If you head a little bit farther south in the area, again, 41, 75 heading southbound. Both of those are looking pretty decent around this time of the day, so not a bad commute out there on this Friday morning. That is your first alert traffic. Well, in honor of Arbor Day, the city of Sarasota is having a tree planting ceremony later on this morning at Eastwood Park on Beneva Road, just south of Fruitville. Here is a live look out there this morning. The county is also giving away trees to property owners at the county extension on Clark Road and then the Northport and Englewood Library. So go get your tree today. Plant a tree. Save the planet.
6:47 right now, hours after Senate confirmation. The new U.S. Secretary of State is already overseas at a meeting. Mike Pompeo went straight to a meeting of European allies in Belgium. Earlier in the day, the Senate approved his nomination as Secretary of State. The former CIA director is now the nation's top diplomat. He takes the job at a time when there are several high-stakes negotiations underway around the world.
Well, former NBC Nightly News anchor Tom Brokaw, the latest to have to deny allegations of sexual harassment in the workplace. The Washington Post and Variety magazine both report that former NBC News correspondent Linda Vester alleges that Brokaw tried to force her to kiss him on 2 separate occasions more than 20 years ago. Vester also told Variety that Brokaw once groped her and showed up at her hotel room uninvited. In a statement, Brokaw said that he only had 2 brief meetings with Vester over the years to discuss some career advice, adding that he never made what he called, quote, romantic overtures towards her.
6:48 up next, the day's top 7 news headlines.
That is right, and that includes a look at your first alert weather and traffic as you get ready for the day, plus some breaking news. We're going to reveal the new royal baby name.
Oh.
It is out this morning. We're going to tell you about it. You like that, tease?
Yes.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Did you know you could get life insurance in just a few minutes? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with just a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, TrueStage guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you. TrueStage cares for you the same way you care for your family. In fact, TrueStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-809-8372 now. Any amount of protection can help, and you are guaranteed to be accepted. In just a few minutes, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Getting life insurance can be fast and easy, and it could cost less than you think. Plus, your price will never increase, and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-809-8372 now for a free, no-obligation quote. It's fast and easy. Plus, you get TrueStage's 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-809-8372 today.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it today at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
ABC7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
Coming up on Good Morning America, new details inside that decades-long manhunt for a serial killer and how police finally cracked the case. That's coming up next on GMA. Right now, ABC7 wants to make sure that you are ready for the day.
Here's our top 7, starting with John Scalzi's first alert forecast.
Well, you know, we've been talking about that frontal boundary sinking southward through the area. Won't bring us much rain, but it will bring us a wind shift that'll draw down dry air, make for a beautiful weekend ahead. And in fact, a series of little impulses of dry air bring us an extended period of dry weather in the 7-day forecast. Back to you.
All right, number 2, first alert traffic will build up on 301 as you head northbound after you get past State Road 70. Now, number 3, here's Marla Spence.
And gas prices are on the rise. The average price of gas in Florida is $2.74. Just last month, the average price was $2.58. And according to AAA, Florida has the highest price in gas prices in the South.
Number 4, the new royal baby name is now released. William and Kate have named the new prince Louis Arthur Charles. There you go.
Number 5, a historic moment and a new era for North and South Korea. The two nations' leaders shook hands yesterday and officially declared the end of the Korean War.
Number 6, it is round 2, game 1 tomorrow in Tampa. The Lightning begin a best-of-7 series against the Boston Bruins at 3 p.m.
And number 7, a big moment and an emotional one yesterday for the family of the late Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. He was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame yesterday. His wife Terry, daughter Bindi, son Robert, all on hand. Steve, of course, he passed away back in 2006. He was diving in the Great Barrier Reef when a stingray barb struck him in the heart. Since that day, his family, as you can see right there, they posed with a python. They have continued to keep his legacy alive out there. This was such an amazing moment. Bindi, both her and Robert, they've really taken on all the responsibilities at the Australia Zoo. They've kind of really stepped up in his name. They travel the country. They talk about conservation, saving animals, everything that they do. And Bindi was very emotional. She accepted the honor for her dad yesterday. She cried. She had some tears, but an absolutely beautiful moment. I cried, I'm not kidding, for days when the crocodile hunter died.
Yeah.
Like that was a family favorite. Days I mourned that.
Oh, it was so shocking. It was so sudden
heartbreaking.
and such a freak kind of accident.
Yes,
right?
yes. But on the flip side, it's like one of the things that I remember thinking is like he died doing something that he loved. He died diving. He died, you know, bringing us education about animals and introducing us to things that we always thought were terrifying and scary, but he showed the importance of them in the world overall and the planet.
He was really at a peak right then. It was very shocking indeed.
I think the enthusiasm that he had for nature was so kind of exciting.
Yes, the
too.
love. I love, and I'll tell you what, his daughter looks just like him. I mean, she is like spitting image.
You know what I don't have any enthusiasm for in nature, though? Our mosquitoes, and they seem to be back.
They
seem to be back with temperatures
for
rise.
Me. Yeah, I'll take the mosquitoes over spiders.
I don't know. Well, the good news is that we're not going to get a lot of rainfall around with the frontal boundary sinking southward. Our Titan radar update on this frontal boundary shows not much in the way of any rain showers associated with it, so don't expect much in the way of any kind of rain showers this afternoon as that front sinks southward into our area. Rain free for your morning commute. Everything looks good there. By the way, I've added a little bit of information about this frontal boundary, about what to expect this weekend, about our fire danger risks, all that sort of thing on our website, mysuncoast.com. Click on the weather page and it'll be there for you.
All right, great. Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow at Dr. Idol at the White Buffalo, and we'll see you Monday on Good Morning Suncoast.
That is right. Good Morning America is up next. You're watching ABC 7.